Good morning, Michelle Lee here. Happy Thursday, so happy to be here. I look a little bit like my profile picture or the banner this morning. I absolutely love this fall blouse. I always love a great cowl neck, right? When you tune in, say hello, let me know where you're tuning in from. I want to jump in here and talk a little bit about awakening to our wholeness through, which is important in becoming 5D. Becoming 5D means that we are a resonant match to peace, harmony, oneness, abundance, right? We're raising our vibration. And in becoming 5D, which is actually, good morning, Amanda, so happy to see you here. Becoming 5D is really about becoming self-actualized, right? And really living from that space of there is no self and there are no others. And so as I talk about, there's 3 pillars to becoming 5D, and those include embodying your sovereignty, which we do that through intentional ritual and declarative prayers, embodying our oneness, which comes from healing those core wounds. We're going to talk about those core wounds today. And embodying our power, which comes through integrating our shadow. Hello, Nicole. Good morning, good morning. And there's 4 core wounds. When we want to embody our oneness, which we do, right? There's 4 core wounds that keep us anchored into the 3D. So there are 4 dense emotions: shame, guilt, fear of rejection, and fear of abandonment. Today I really want to talk about fear of abandonment, because even if you weren't physically abandoned, right? If you have no memories, nobody abandoned you physically, your parents were there, you don't really have that. We all have this innate coding of abandonment that occurs when we separate from divinity. And so everyone has that fear of abandonment, and it's encoded deeply within us, right? And I say deeply, stating that you may not recognize it. You may not be aware of it all of the time or any of the time. That's what I mean by deeply. Not deeply that it can't be released, it can't be healed. What goes deeper always than any of the programming is the divine truth, right? So there's that fear of abandonment, because we have this, we have the coding of abandonment. It feels like abandonment when we become individualized and we experience separation in physical form. That right there feels like abandonment. We feel alone. We suddenly, especially if we're not highly intuitive, it feels very, very, very much alone. And if we are highly intuitive, feels alone as well, because everybody else doesn't know what we know, right? So there's a level of aloneness and a level that we can be abandoned. And the fear of abandonment, the belief in that is, I am unwanted. So become aware of where this may play out in your life. I am unwanted. I will be unwanted if the people around me know my shame and guilt, which are 2 other of the 4 core wounds, which are the foundation. That shame and guilt is the foundation, which then leads to fear of rejection and fear of abandonment. So we have that shame and guilt. If people really knew this shadow part of myself that I'm hiding, this shame and guilt, they will abandon me. They will abandon me. And so this runs at a very unconscious level. But when we make choices and when we make decisions, when we're posed with an opportunity, oftentimes our choices will be based on our subconscious mind avoiding abandonment. And that's how we tend to play it safe or play it small. Okay, so I'm sharing this so you know what to look for. And there was another piece I wanted to go with on that. So when we have that hidden abandonment, when we're posed with opportunities, then our decisions are based on that fear of abandonment. And even deeper, we may not even recognize the opportunities around us, or we may not recognize how good we've got it, right? Because our subconscious mind is constantly scanning for threats of rejection and abandonment, right? And so our subconscious mind runs on that space of staying safe and staying protected, which is a lower chakra experience, right? It's survival. If we're running from those 4 core wounds, we are acting, even unconsciously, most of the time it is unconsciously, in survival. So we become defensive, we become secretive, we put on a certain mask, right? We know how we can be with one person to be loved and accepted, and then we are a different way with another person to be loved and accepted. And we may have those few people, those 1 or 2 people in our lives where we can share everything, or maybe you don't have anybody where you feel safe to share everything with that person, and that they're going to love you and accept you, and you don't have that fear that they're going to leave you. So we can't actually know our wholeness and realize our wholeness. When I put this title in, I said something about embody your wholeness, where our wholeness is embodied. That's innate, but it's awakening to our wholeness. But if we're running from those fears of abandonment, rejection, then we never know our wholeness, because we're hiding a part of ourselves, and out of shame, out of fear. And that's why I have my program that is on my Black Friday special through today only. And it's super, super special, because you get all of the training and healings that I take you through in recorded form, so that you can do it at your own pace. And each training, I take you through releasing each core wound. We release shame first, and then you have a hypnosis session to embody the divine truth. So when you go through healing the fear of abandonment, which is I'm unwanted, if people really knew me, they're not going to want me. So the opposite of that, which is the divine truth, which is the truth which is innate in us, to access that and activate that, you have a hypnosis that goes into I am wanted. So every core wound, you first purge yourself through EFT, and then you take in, you purge, you release a lot of that encoding of those 4 core wounds. You create space, and then you go into the hypnosis session that I created for you to activate and spark the memory of the divine truth that is the opposite of that wound. And what's extra special about this program is it's not just all online, but you do get a private coaching call with me. A 1-hour coaching call where I can go deep with you with other processes to release anything that you have gotten stuck, or I can help you see an aspect that you have in a blind spot, right? That's why it's called a shadow. You have it in a blind spot, and I can help you release that. So you have the entire program, which includes 4 tapping sessions, 4 hypnosis sessions, and then bonus hypnosis sessions to amplify your intuition and to clarify your soul's purpose. So it can be kind of hard to tune into our soul's purpose if we're living from those 4 core wounds. We just don't have the clarity for our intuition or our soul's purpose. So once you go through that whole process, clearing all four core wounds and activating the divine truths, then you can go into amplifying your intuition and clarifying your purpose. The great thing about this is you download these. Once you purchase them, you have them, you download them onto your device. They're yours for the rest of your life. So every time we grow, right, we go another layer, that might trigger another layer of those core wounds. This is a life process, but you will find that you are less affected by shame and guilt. No longer are you making decisions or taking action based on, will people love me? Will people accept me? Will people abandon me or reject me? Right? You will have the freedom to make your decisions based on your intuition and your soul's purpose. So through the rest of today, today's the last day, November 30th, you can get this program for half off, which is $750. And that includes a private session with me, which I charge more than that for my private session. So you get this whole program and a private session. Tori's going to put the link below in the comments. So you can just click that link. You can get it the moment you pay for it. You get all of it all at once. So you will have it. If you have any other questions, you can DM me or you can post them in the comments below. This is really a great foundational piece. It's not even foundational. I was watching TikTok yesterday and someone was creating a video around how amazed they were that they were addicted to guilt and their guilt came from shame and they just had this great epiphany. And so for me it seems foundational because this is this is my earliest work that I started doing 17 years ago. And so it's I have a lot of experience in this, right? So I say it's foundational, but it's foundational in that to embody your oneness, to embody your wholeness, to activate your wholeness and awaken to it. This is foundational work to do because you simply cannot raise your vibration to the 5th dimension and carry shame and guilt and fear of rejection and fear of abandonment. Because in the 5th dimension, that higher vibration, we are closer to divinity. We're closer to oneness. And we repel oneness as long as we are carrying shame and guilt. We don't even want oneness. We are projecting our shame and guilt and fear onto other people, and we're keeping them at arm's length. So with this work, it is highly beneficial in healing. So Tori's will put that link in the comments below, and you can post any questions. And know that you get a coaching call with this program so that I can support you through it. I recommend that you do a couple of the sessions, clear through, before you book your call. So anything that you get stuck on, any questions you have, anything you need clarity on, you can bring that to the call. And in my coaching calls, we're not just doing EFT. If you've done the EFT in the program, then we will use other processes to uncover that shadow, uncover the hidden belief system that has you stuck or not moving forward. All right, everyone, link is below. I hope to see you there. Have an amazing day. And yeah, celebrate the last day of November. Wow. All right, everyone. Mwah. Bye for now.